you know, what's that smell? And you'll look up and, you know, there's the parachute and the skeleton hanging from the cords. You know, this is not outside the realm of possibility. Well, here we are, another adventure on the open roads of America. And once again, we're not traveling very far from home to find adventure. Simply short stroll up the street, and we're heading towards the base of the cliff underneath Rattlesnake Ledge in search of treasure, lost items, perhaps some geological scrutinizing, and unknown surprise, which could be anything. Who knows? Perhaps we'll learn a new word along the way. This is a restoration site. Do not import or export materials. This actually, my friend, is marked as a borrow pit on the old maps, and it's basically a, you know, pretty large size crater. This was used as a gravel quarry for some of the operations around here. So, you know, where's the material? They ought to bring it back. Oh, they can't. You can't import it back or export it. So, kind of a double standard here, don't you think? There are some berries though. Look at this. No joke. Look, lunch. Maybe in a couple of days. Let's see how that is. That is a very nice. That's perfect. Sweet, a little tart. A little sweet, a little tart. Anyways, the borrow pit is what that actually is. I think the question is, does borrowing constitute exporting? And does returning something that you borrow constitute importing? So, you know, I just might have to back the old pickup truck and borrow some gravel. We are going to the base of that. Now, just the other day, I took you to the top of that. But I feel no need to go up there today. And I'm really looking forward to returning to the base of the cliff to see what there is to see and scrutinize the geological formation that is the cliffside face of Rattlesnake Ledge. And here we go again. Attention, closed. Do not enter. Well, that might as well be an invitation to party in my book. Well, we're now deep within the forbidden territory and the pandemic poisoned playground. Crossed over the point of no return, but we will return because we're not constrained by these artificial impasses. Look, a borrow pile of fairly nice gravel, cleaned and washed and imported into the area, I suppose for a future trail improvement project. Oh yes, the telltale blue marks on the dead trees. Now we know what these are about because we talked to the man, and the man told us they're going to be chopping these down to make the trail safer so that even more people can come up here. And if you recall, he mentioned they're bringing an excavator. Now, look at this trail. This is more like a road. Further up trail, it gets a little rougher. I don't know how they're going to get an excavator up there. I suppose they'll excavate their way along, which wouldn't surprise me. You could literally ride a bike up this. It's getting to that point where the accessibility is nearly over unity. Anybody, anything, anyone, any skill level is going to be able to march up to the top of that cliff and fall off, which is happening more and more every year. Yes, welcome to Rattlesnake Wilderness area, the trail where, you know, it's okay to litter, you know, within visible distance of the trail. Here's some wet wipes over there. This is the bathroom I'm standing in. This is what this is. We're at 0.75 on the trail, and I'm scouting for the turnoff, and I can never find it when I'm coming up. I always see it coming down and commit to going up the spur up towards the cliff face, but when it comes time to finding it, I can never find it. But I'll find it come hell or high water or tall foliage. Yes, I knew I was getting warm. That's what we're looking for right there. So that is the unpublished trail to the cliff. Now this is actually the old trail down, and they don't have it blocked off at all. In fact, it looks like it's been used recently. But never mind that. Our destination is at the top of this. So let's stop yakking and get the tracking. Yeah, I mean, this is how the trail used to be. It's hard, even for me. We're cutting across what looks to be about possibly 45-degree angle. Way down there is the blue of the lake, and we're no longer in sight of the trail proper. So we're kind of on our own here, but it's a pretty clean trail, really. It's well marked in that it's been used, so I'm not terribly concerned about this. I've been up here once before with some buddies years ago. We made it to the cliff face. Didn't have a camera, didn't record any of the awesomeness, so kind of heading back up to see what there is to see, you know? Here's another one of those squirrel breakfast of champions. Looks like a very hearty pine cone was enjoyed. It's, you know, you boil this up, you can eat it like an artichoke, dip it in lemon mayonnaise. Well, this is the first switchback I've seen on this back roads trail here. And we know we're still in legit territory. So, just gonna continue on. Onward, upward, follow the dog half the time. Boy, they do not make trails like this anymore around here. Now here's a spur. I think we didn't come up this way, we just came up basically a scramble up over here. But I know we're still somewhat legit in that it's marked with pink ribbon and red reflector. So nice. I think I might go down that way, coming down. It looks a little bit, I don't know where it comes out, so it'll be good to educate, reacquaint with what's going on back here. This network of kick-ass trail. Very steep. And I'm really not sure where we're gonna pop out. I know it's coming, we're going up, so, you know. What do you think, you beast? So the trail has forked 3 times now, and it keeps forking. There's little deer paths, but there's at least 3 main trails up here. And this part of the trail, look, it's carved just out of the hillside. And I honestly haven't been on 90% of this, so, but this is a lovely little spot. It's shaded. Look at this. It's absolutely perfect. Something's dead up here. It smells fishy, like rotting something, so I don't like that. You don't like that. But, you know, it's probably just a squirrel or a bird or something. Now, this is quite nice. Pure solid rock face that we just walked up. And as you can see, we are not high enough to see into the reservoir. The dog's already marching ahead. There's another branch of the trail. Pretty dope view. This wouldn't be a bad spot just to have a beer. Come up here, think about things, figure everything out. Down there's the Education Center. Okay, let's go. Mush. At this point, this trail has become a gully constructed of these larger size chunks of, I guess, granite. It's all rotting, it's all crumbling apart. I gotta say, this trail is beautiful. This is part of Rattlesnake that most people aren't gonna see, which is coming up the steepest angle and walking through, you know, a well-established trail, but it's not widely used or known about. And I'll pan over to the right here, and we can see that's the forbidden zone over there. And those mountains don't look it, but they're actually taller than Mount Sot. What a miraculous beast you are. Now come here, you're thirsty as hell. Come here. I'm guessing we're getting near the top because there's some trash. Probably blue. There's a cigarette. I have no idea where we are. There's a full bottle of water right there. I'm tempted to open this and give it to the dog. It's probably been sitting up here for months. I'm gonna perform my civic duty and at least carry some of this crap down. Well, this is completely unexpected, but we actually got up to the top, to Plebe Central, as I like to call it. And so I failed in my mission in that I didn't get to the cliff face. People are smoking some pot up here. It smells pretty nice. But I think what we're gonna have to do then is backtrack down and figure out what's what. All right, you got yourself some water. Way more than, yeah, drink that up. Yeah, oh, we must be at the top of Rattlesnake Ledge. There's trash everywhere. Lovely. What else is new? Yeah, those people were smoking pot and it made your head feel funny. Yes, drink the water now, come on. Momo, drink the water. Aren't you thirsty? Well, there's no way to really capture the beauty of this morning. It must be about 10:30, I would imagine. I can see Mount Baker way off in the distance. There's Mount Si. I'm gonna pan over here to the right. There's the top of Rattlesnake. Here's a bag of trash that I picked up along the way. Free water for the dog, not too shabby. And basically alone up here. Looks like there's two people smoking some weed up there, which is fine by me. Beautiful. And that's where we went the other day. This is rock 2. There's rock 3, about 75 feet higher, maybe 100 feet higher. I don't know. It's hard to tell. But we completely missed our mark today. We were trying to get to the base of the cliff, and we ended up getting all the way to the top. I was wondering why the view was improving, but didn't really stop to change course. So we're going to go down the way we came and see if we can't find what it is that we came up here to find, which is not our flubby-dubby, but what treasures might be found at the base of this cliff. It is quite a nice view from here when there's nobody up here. I will say that. I like all this bare rock, but you know, over here we got people playing music on a speaker. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. It's completely unnecessary. And, you know, welcome. Let's see if we can pick up some of this. I'll pick up the plastic and leave the snot rag. You can see why people die up here, because it's pretty easy to just kind of, you know, walk right off the edge there. No big deal. And boy, did we miss the mark, because we want to be about 200, 300 feet down. Yeah. So what we're going to do is me and this intrepid beast are going to head back yonder toward safety and make our way down the way we came, hopefully. And we'll find it. I just must have taken that wrong turn at Albuquerque once again. This is another real bad spot to go experimenting around here without proper gear. Come here, Momo, come. Making me nervous, you dipshit. Now, you can see that this is the real deal. Momo, nope. Nope, come down here. This dog is so stupid. Yeah, you can be real dumb. So, that's no man's land down there. People that go down there usually don't come back. So we're gonna go down to the bottom of that. Very, very carefully. Here you go, here's some evidence of a life lost to the mountain. Somewhere right around here. And he or she wasn't the first, and they won't be the last. What with all the trail maintenance happening to make this place as easy and as accessible as, say, walking around Green Lake. Here's another one of those spots that you can just walk right up to and throw yourself off or fall off. You too drunk, or you're like, look honey, I'm on the edge, take my photo, please. Completely unnecessary to come down here. And there's absolutely no signs up above that explain how many people have died up here and why and how. I think there's one of those idiotic, you know, international symbol for somebody falling off a cliff that is basically reinterpreted as fun. So, very beautiful landscape up here. This, I don't know what this stuff is. It's like a small leaf salal. It looks more like a azalea, really. Now, I think what this is actually a madrona. And I'm guessing it's got this red, I don't know if you can really pick this out, but it's got this red bark, and it might be some kind of madrona. Alpine madrona. That's what I'm going to call it for now, but feel free to correct me. I'm most likely incorrect. Look at this gorgeous landscape. Just beautiful. It's like walking through a bonsai bush. And we're basically making our way back down the way we came up, down this gully. Panning off to the left, we're looking back up. This is the southwest flank of Rattlesnake Ledge, which has got, you know, basically pretty steep business. And I just kicked a rock by accident and it rolled for quite a while. It rolled into this gully and you could hear it echoing off the stone. So this is why we found a couple of water bottles down here. You know, as well as cigarette butts and what have you. I'm surprised there's not more stuff, but that's why we're heading towards the base. Now, you're gonna go that way. I see this way over here though too, so we just want to go down, really. We gotta go down a couple 50, 100 feet maybe a $150, I'm not sure. I gotta say, it's nice to be back in this shade. It's getting pretty hot out there. Being August 27th or something, it's pretty warm. This is a nice alpine shaded gully. So we slowly make our way back down, and what we're looking for is we're gonna be, there's that dead, something's dead around here. God, let me look up. Maybe there's a body hanging. Maybe there's that guy that got swept away. He was, what was he doing? He was paragliding or parachuting or wingsuiting or something, and he disappeared and nobody ever found him. You know, like I wonder about that. Somebody's gonna find him. Somebody like me who's just on these back trails, and it'll be like, you know, what's that smell? And you'll look up and, you know, there's the parachute and the skeleton hanging from the cords. You know, this is not outside the realm of possibility. A beautiful, lovely trail beckons. So what we're looking for is a trail off to the left. And right when I said that, what should I come across? Now I think I saw this coming up, like I did. So we're gonna take it because we wanna go that way. And I do see a red reflector off in the distance. That's a good sign. That means SNR has been up here and figured out all the routes when they come up here to retrieve the body, which they have to do about once or twice a year. Probably not as many times this year, but you never know. Yeah, here's a pretty interesting outgrowth of fungi. You're not fungi. Look at that. It's like a coral or something. Just doing a good business here on this rotting stump. Now here, there's a telltale pink ribbon, and up yonder way a little bit, there's the red reflector. So this is definitely on the path to success. The question is when and how. Probably not long, but it's a very well marked trail. This is different than the one we came up on. Yeah, sure, old boy Alberto. Oh boy, yeah, chase that down with that water that we found. You got yourself a meal. Yeah, you pretty happy? Yeah, well, I think that's enough for now, don't you? We have to conserve. An eloquent statement constructed of simple materials. Boy, I never did find a spur trail to the left. I saw one deer trail, but it's not impassable, but it was unappetizing, let's just say that. And now I'm pretty sure I can see the main thoroughfare down here. So this has been a big fail. I'm not sure where I'm gonna pop out. I'm slightly down trail from where I popped in. So what I'm gonna do though, is we'll go down a little bit and we'll look for a spur trail to the left off the main and see if we can find that. I know it's there because I've done it before. It's been a while. Clearly not as well marked as this one was, but I don't get it. I'm confused. Well, what can I say? There's no pink ribbon here, although this is a very well-defined trail. This is the trail I came down. Now I'm looking for a spur right here, and it looks like maybe nothing. There's no spur trail here. There's some deer trail. Maybe somebody crawled up there to go take a dump or something, but there's nothing worth, nothing is really beckoning me. So I'm looking for something a bit more established, I believe. Right? All right, I think I might have found it. There's trail proper, and we completely overshot this entry point. I'm sure of it. This is a trail. It's not heavily used. It's not used recently, and it certainly isn't used as much as that gully thing that we went all the way to the top of Rattlesnake on. But this will work, and I know this is underneath the rock because I just saw the rock right up there. It's actually not too far. So you can see the trail is here. This isn't a deer trail. Wow, there is no trail here. The thing I was on petered out. That's looking straight up at kind of some of the main boulders holding this thing together. And I suppose I could skirt along the edge of this thing, but now I'm really bushwhacking. There isn't a trail at all. Not anything recent, not anything that I can see. And I might go down a little bit and look off yonder to see if there's something, because this ain't it. All right, well, that is a false trail. It leads to a massive boulder, which is at the base of the cliff, but there is absolutely no established trail up there of any kind. Not for SNR, not for, forest hobos like me. No, it's not even a deer trail. There's nothing up there, and there's no ribbon, nothing. So I'm confused. I don't know where the entry point is. I've lost it. you know? I'm not really sure. But we're not completely off this trail yet. We'll go down a little farther and keep our eyes peeled for even the scantiest of demarcations. Because even a deer trail can often lead to a main thoroughfare, is what I've learned. So that's what we're gonna do, is just walk slow and keep our eyes peeled for that telltale symbol, or, you know, a ribbon, or a deer trail, or a glove hanging off of a branch. It's always something. Well, here we are again, another deer trail off to the left and up not more than 50 feet, and it just stops. There's nothing. There's no ribbon. There's no trail. It's just so disappointing. I'm confused. There's nothing up here. Let's go back down. Come on. Back down. I have to say, I'm kind of disappointed. I mean, I did not make my goal, which was to get to the bottom of Rattlesnake Ledge, not to the top. And, you know, it's interesting to take a new route up, I'll say that. But I could not find, I don't think it exists anymore. I think it's overgrown. I think I found the beginning of it, and it's the trail that goes up to that massive boulder that it seemed like I couldn't get around it very easily. So maybe I had to come on back, maybe tomorrow, and just bushwhack it a little bit and see if I can't establish something. Because there is a trail that goes up to that boulder. I mean, it's clear. Got the dog some water up there, free water supply from, you know, somebody dumped their trash, did some trash cleanup, not much, and had some secondhand marijuana smoke. So, you know, life is good in that regard. You know, I've been eyeballing this piece of pink ribbon for a couple days now. I think we might salvage it and use it in this next adventure. Yeah, this will certainly come in handy when we head back up, maybe in a day or two. We'll scout out that remainder of that trail the best of my ability. I mean, it's a big boulder. We're just gonna go around it either left or right, and we'll just mark things off and maybe bring a saw up there and just clear it out just a little bit and make it somewhat passable. Either that or head beyond, maybe go up to Headquarter Rock. I know there's some spur trails off there, but that's, I don't know, I feel like that's about halfway up the rock face, I think. I'm not exactly sure because I have no way to gauge altitude up there. So anyways, that's the challenge. I mean, I'm disappointed, but I don't know if I'm less or more motivated at the moment to even follow through on this, on Operation Cliff Face, as I'm gonna call it. So let's cross over. But we'll figure it out. I mean, I'm almost there, really. Just about. I'm pretty sure now. I'm just starting to remember that one trip that me and the boys went on. And I seem to remember scrambling around that boulder somewhat, a little bit, and whatever. I just got to stop complaining about it and get up there and finish the job. I really want to get up there. Yeah, I am motivated. Okay, there you go.